This transmission is for the activation of a spiritual warrior within consciousness. The meaning of spiritual warrior is very deep. And it's not about just facing ourselves, it's also about facing possible challenges in life and realizing the root causes for all these challenges within ourselves, depending on the reaction. So whatever experience we might have in our lives, negative experiences, challenges, occult influences, all these will show us the unrefined side of us, of ourselves. And it will train the inner warrior within ourselves. The primary features or qualities of warrior are courage, simplicity, perseverance, and ability to transform everything, whether positive or negative, through inner stillness. Because before the warrior becomes master, the warrior is to realize two dual currents within, extremities within, that arise as waves, and has to establish self in equanimity and to transcend these dual qualities or dual reactions, or dissolve these reactions into stillness. So inner stillness or inner silence, whatever you call it, equanimity, consumes these dual currents within. And all these currents and everything are not only physical. They are within our consciousness, but they have very clear physical reactions within. So you have to see yourself on all levels, not only physical, but also the subtler levels, and see how these subtler emanations shape into the physical feeling, and vice versa, how the physical feeling transcends further into subtler understanding of reality or feeling of reality. So this way you become the inner warrior who is trying to realize inner weaknesses and inner strength and transcend both of them into blissful equanimous being, into inner stillness and inner silence through courage, free from escapism, being established and content within own self. That's the inner work and the purpose of being a spiritual warrior or adept. And when one is established in inner stillness and silence, in yogic terms, one is able to control inner winds, and these winds have nothing to do with the physical wind. They have to do with the waves within the space of self or the conscious space of self. So these waves subside and dissolve in the space of self, and the space of self remains immovable, still. And from that stillness, one is able to perceive self and everything else beyond one's imagination or space of emotions or thoughts, which actually arise from that self or on the space of self. So one is able to perceive self in an undisturbed way. That is called absorption. So the waves of the mind or the consciousness, whatever you call it, remain in one point. And that is called natural absorption, natural being, because it doesn't need to be forced. If one has experienced inner awakening, it means one has experienced yoga, has experienced equanimity, inner contentment and stillness, and one knows how to plunge back into it no matter what happens in one's life. And slowly one gains mastery over whatever arises within one space and realizes the root causes of that. And this way, one becomes a spiritual warrior, and then from the warrior, masters gradually and becomes a spiritual master. By taking own power back into self. Without projecting this power onto anyone or anything, one withdraws this power back into self.